the Food Alchemy Network. You have embarked on a journey of unbelievable resources and talent and understanding. Your body thanks you, your mind embraces you, and all your thoughts are trying, wiggling, and going into balance with self. Open that portal to the next galaxy, the next universe, the next dimension. Along this trip, our captain extraordinaire is Dr. Cicely E. the Engine. Allow her to guide you, introduce you, and embrace our guests with great resources from the unknown to the known to what we thought to remove the illusions that you have about yourself, your surroundings, and your birth path of the matrix in which you live. Let's go and embark on this journey. Food Alchemy Network. Dr. Cicely D. will be pruning and moving with you along with her illustrious guest that she has presented on this luxury network of Food Alchemy Network. So without further ado, welcome to Food Alchemy Network and welcome our guest and our illustrious host, Dr. Cicely D'Angelo. Blessings.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. As you can see, I am in the house to be on this beautiful, glorious day of Friday of spiritual intelligence. And what I'm also doing, bringing to you, we're going to clear out all the negativity up in here and bring in the positivity up in here that is going to be beautiful because I foresee a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend, and things of let's ring the bell for good news. Good news is here. It is Friday. You have made it through the week. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. You just go with your bad self. That and bring it back. Let's see. Am I back? I'm back and I'm live. Yay! So, without further ado, I want to thank you for tuning in to Food Alchemy Network and Spiritual Connections with Dr. D on a Friday. As you can see, I'm hopping around trying to figure out the best time for people to come in. So I left the number for you to call 563-9999-3007. Push that number one button. I'll be happy to hear you, give you a reading. But I did have a young man that on the line that wanted to ask about his love life and how is it going to be. So, without giving his name and didn't want his voice out there, so I'm going to tap in to the spirit. Number one, I like that. You know, I like the bells. The same. So he wanted to know about them, and what I'm doing is clearing out, bringing out, and removing, and all that other good stuff. And we're going to go. So I want to say thank you. You didn't want to be online, so it's okay. So what I foresee in your love life is at this point, and as of today, I see someone coming in the future, and maybe say around springtime is what I'm getting. Also, what I'm getting, the person will be doing similar work spiritually and having a spiritual connection. That's how you're going to meet actually in the classes that you are taking and evolving in. And it's going to be slow but subtle. You will grow with each other and you will begin to connect with each other. So, want you to keep that in mind that the person you meet, she is a woman and she will have dark hair. She will be olive complexion. She will have brown eyes, mm, average height. She doesn't wear glasses and has medium length hair, like shoulder length hair. But spiritually, the things that you have in common spiritually, that's the person that is going to connect with you and your love life. So I hope you receive that. And if you have any more questions, you can reach back in. So people on there, if you're on Blog Talk and you want a reading, you can push number one and I will be more than happy to give you a mini reading. And for you guys on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me here. And on Twitch, I always like to say thank you to my Facebook fans as well as Twitch and all that. Thank you for your support. I always appreciate that. Without you, I would not be where I am today without my audience. So let's go. I do have a caller that's you've been waiting 1 minute and 1 second. Da da da. Happy Friday, my friend. How are ya?
Well. How are you?
I'm absolutely amazing.
Yay. That's a great way to be.
Yes. So what's going on, my friend? Tell me what you're looking at, what you're working with, as we say. What you're working with, what you're working with. What do you want to know from me?
Well, I think I'm going to follow in the footsteps of the person before me and ask about love.
Okay.
Hoping that 2021 will be the year that, that special someone steps into my life.
Okay. 2021. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Where are you calling from?
From Florida.
Okay, Florida. And your name? Whatever name you want to give the other person that want their name mentioned. Okay, Julia. So let me tap in, tap in. Tapping in, tapping in. Okay. All right, girl. Wow. I just don't know. My hands are tingling. Even my heart's tingling from this. Wow.
Really good.
Yes, that's amazing. You're doing something at home, right? Let me ask that. What are you doing at home that you're going to be doing on the outside? So something I know that's not what you asked, but it's something that's showing me something that you're doing at home. It's a business or a craft or a holiday, something that you can make money with.
I'm not at this time, but I was hoping the new year, I need to make a lot of changes, and employment is definitely one of them.
Okay, so you
But I'm
are
not doing anything, business-wise at home.
okay. What is your craft? May I ask?
I don't have one.
Uh,
I don't have an at-home business.
no, 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 no. What? Okay, what do you like to do? Is the reason I'm getting this because whatever you like to do, is I'm seeing you meeting, and I'm because the reason I'm seeing business papers or like my thing is clipboard that lets me know that it's business surrounded like the clipboard, pens, papers. um when I see that, that shows me that it's business, a business person, and this person is definitely in business, but it's something surrounding your um business, like you're going to take this paper to them and this is how you're going to meet this gentleman. So that's why I'm like,
Oh,
It's
okay.
a hobby. It's some, well, I say
Okay.
hobby, but it might not be a hobby. It might be something that you just enjoy doing, just something that you release, like you get pleasure out of doing. But I see you meeting this person. You have
Okay.
papers, he has papers. So, like I said, papers for me signify this is business. Him having a clipboard actually, like
Okay.
he's working in business. So you have a connection, and that's how you're going to meet.
Okay. Hmm.
So I see that, but also I see that you're also, it's some work that you need to do on yourself at this time. Need to take the time to work on yourself. Really, really, you know what I mean by work on yourself, getting to know yourself and exploring that of your different, how do I put it, different abilities, if you will, because you have some talent.
Okay.
You have some talent, and I'm seeing more like artistic writing. Um, I even see maybe sketching. Oh, what else they showing me? It's like it's creative, and there's I because I see like a person dancing, flowing, with music. And when I usually see that, especially by the ocean, it gives me that you're free. You're a free spirit. Um, but right now you're boxed in, is what they're also showing me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm trying to like. What is your passion? Whatever you're passionate about that you like, you could actually make a career out of it. And then I tell people, if you're passionate about what you like, then it's not a career. It's not work. It's something that you do for love.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
So I actually see this
Yeah.
person, but you're not going to meet this person. I don't have a year month. I don't see you actually meeting this person until you're like, when you start this business and you're doing what you love, you're opening the doors for him to come in and say, hello, here I am. And he's going to approach you
Oh, okay.
because he's going to start off in my, he's, the first thing he's going to do is invite you to have some coffee or tea. I'm feeling more like the tea kind of a situation.
Okay.
Like you drink tea.
That's good. I like tea.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that, but also I feel the okay. Um he's he's average height, so average height for me for men is like 5'8", 5'9", I believe. That's the average height for a man. So he's not a short man. He's not what we call porkly or chunky. He's um medium
Mhm.
size. Like he's fit. Um, he actually has brunette hair, and it's cut. Cut in. It's not a mohawk like what is it, Miley Cyrus, like Billy Cyrus. It's cut. Short,
Oh,
sharp,
yeah.
like business. That's the best way I can think about it. But
Yeah. Okay.
and basically he loves to laugh. But when it's business, he's straight lace and to the point. Straight lace and to the
Okay.
point. He's about getting his business, making everything like he's one of those dots his eyes, crosses T, but he loves to laugh. He has a sense of humor. He has a quirky sense of humor, not like what other people think the average sense of humor. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's going to
That's
bring a
good.
lot of
I have that kind of sense of humor too.
okay.
That's
So
good.
he brings the joy out, and he loves to be um he loves to be in company that understanding, meaning like that understands that quirky side of him. When he's about his business, he's about his business, and it's like there's a time and a place for everything. You follow me?
Yeah.
There's a time and a place for everything. Because there's a
Yeah.
time and a place for everything, he everything is compartmentalized in his life. But that's why he needs that laughter, and that's you're both going to bring that out in each other, and it's going to blossom. So that's what I see. But it's you have to. I would advise for you to get some personal developmental classes for you to grow, to actually open yourself up, and actually figure out what it is, because you need to open a new chapter. You need a new release. And I
Yeah.
say this not only due to everybody. Do let 2020 be the year that stopped you from growing, not only spiritually, physically, mentally, but in your business. And there's wonderful things and opportunities are open up, but this is giving us a way to be unique and step outside the box that has been put before us. So step outside that box. There are personal development classes that you can take, if you're interested in. I actually teach them, for you to grow personally as well as spiritually, and get you more in tune that you'll be able to tap in. That's if you're interested. You can let me know if you are, but I actually see this person coming in your life when you really blossom. And what I'm seeing is opening your heart more, not being so guarded. Um, yeah, Wow. Yeah. Not being so guarded. But when you're able to fly and be the butterfly you are, it's going to be amazing. And he's going to come in, because he's going to come in and sweep you off your feet. It's going to be like that first tea. You're going to sit there and you're going to laugh, and you're not going to realize that the hours went by that you talked. So, and you're going to
Oh,
actually run
nice.
into him actually in that business setting that I said, when you're going to take care of this business, I see like in a parking lot. So,
Okay.
because they were very they were like specifying actually, what he looked like, the height, what it was, and like, but they keep showing me, and they keep showing me again and again. You business papers for me signify business, and him having papers and having a clipboard means he's organized, but he also is business, and he's checking something and inspecting something. So when you're taking care of business, you're going to meet in a parking lot.
Wow. Okay.
So that came in like,
Wow.
woo.
Well, that's very cool. Yay. Woohoo. I love that. That's awesome.
Okay.
Wow.
So, um, my other question is, because this is a spiritual show. So, can you tell me, a little bit about your journey? Because you're like you're looking for a job, like your spiritual journey. Have you taken spiritual classes before, of doing developmental spiritual classes? I feel like you haven't, but I could be wrong.
I have, but it was years ago. I kind of just, I listened to like spiritual, like, like this show and other shows. And um, so it's something that I kind of stepped away from it a little bit.
Okay.
I just, sort of got caught up in life and, you know, went through a divorce after a 30-year marriage. And it's like,
Ooh.
I
Gosh.
just sort of went into like isolation mode. And
Okay.
so
That makes sense.
that's why I'm hoping 2021 is going to be the year to kind of get myself back on track again. So you're absolutely right with, doing some self-development work.
Yes. So
But yeah,
basically,
you're right on point.
oh, thank you. Did you have cord cutting after you're split up from your divorce? Do you know how
Yeah,
to do
I've
cord
done a
cutting?
lot of that. I mean, yeah, well, what I do is I pray, and then I ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut them. And I've done that where you write the letters, say
Yeah.
everything that you feel and think, and all that, and then take them out and burn them. And I've lit candles and prayed about it and asked, the Holy Spirit to help me heal. And so I've done. I feel like I've done a lot of work, but life is a process, right? So we're
Right.
always doing
Right.
self development. So
And that's, well, I want to say congratulations for doing that. Because that takes a lot of courage to, number one, to admit that you need help. Number two, to go about, and it takes bigger courage and bravado to actually go and do the work. You know what I mean? Most people talk about it and not be about it. So I want to say kudos to you and congratulations for you making that and making an effort and taking stake in your journey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, you did the cord cutting, you did the letters, um, you did candles. So, but like I said, okay, yeah, the developmental class. And basically, if you can get someone to actually write, whether it's me or somebody else, to write a personal program just developed for you, you'll be astonished at how you'll grow by leaps and bounds. And not just you doing it by yourself, because sometimes we can't see it in the other person because that's what they do. They're able to pinpoint and snip it in the bud, you know what I mean, and be able to get it right on point and activate something that you're not activating. So look into that and question them. Really question a person about before you putting your life, your spiritual development of yourself in their hands. You want to make sure. And if you feel the person is not right, do not, that's not just only for you, but everybody else there. Do not work with them if you do not feel right, if you do not feel comfortable, because some people, because we're so busy searching, we will take anybody. So if they feel right, go with it. If they don't, walk away. You have that right. And don't let anybody jerk your chain. That's what I feel. You have any more questions for me, love?
No, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. I mean, you got me smiling.
Oh, no problem. No problem. So if you want, you can stay online and we'll be happy, be happy, and we'll continue to talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to listen to.
Okay. I was so awesome. Thank you for that. That was just really wonderful. People call in. Like I said, you can still call in. The number is 563-9999-3007. And if I call on you, you got your hand raised up. Um, you push one, I will be able to get you up so you can be heard. That's number one. And also number two, if you get out of line and still want to continue to listen to the show, you can. And if you want to watch it, if you're on the call board, you can actually watch this show actually on YouTube. So you can come on over to put up Food Alchemy Network and YouTube, and you will find me over there. So I had some people, but I guess they're just listening to the show. The person that I had asked the question, they're still in there. So if you have anybody in the queues, whether it be Twitch, Facebook, you have a question for me, let me know. I'm ready for you. It's like I'm telling you, be glad today is Friday. I'm excited about that. Can you tell? I'm excited about it being Friday and getting over this hump, because we got all kind of amazing things that are going on in here at this present time. So I've had some wonderful experience, wonderful news. And again, like I said, people there on my Facebook, I said a big thank you for sticking with me, for me being on here every single day for 30 days. Tomorrow's my last everyday show. Yay! Not that I don't appreciate you, love you, but what I appreciate even more is that I can actually go and format these shows. But Friday, Spiritual Connection will be here. Also, Saturday, Essential Saturday would be here, where it's only for mature adults only. So if you're 18 and plus, you may watch and be able to participate and learn some things about yourself. And I'm looking forward to having another perspective on the whole shenanigans of, I call it shenanigans, and of sexuality and the things that get us in a beautiful mindset. So let me talk about spirituality and the spiritual connection, because we have different ways that people don't understand that we can connect not only to our ancestors, but we can also connect to people that are not our ancestors. We can also connect to archangels. We can also connect to the Council of 12. We also can have galactic federal connections. These are different ways in different realms. You can also have celestial connections, and also you can have source connections. So there's different things and different spirits that you connect with. And also we have a way of going through different dimensions in the same body. And that is what we need to really connect with when we're going in different dimensions and understanding ourselves. Because even though we're here in this dimension, we're still in other dimensions and other realities. And as I explained to some people, we, even though we're in this dimension, we have different paths that we walk. In another dimensional life, you could be the total opposite, or you can be even more varied than the scenario that you see today. So if you're not married and you were once married a long time ago, or whatever, you might be still married, older, different things happen because we have given different paths. And that's reality. Right now, we're just dealing with this in this form. But if you want to actually peek into those dimensions, is there is a way. And number one, as I always say, meditate, 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 meditate. Know yourself, know yourself, know yourself, know yourself. And talk with yourself and surround yourself with positive people that support you in your dream and what you want. And anybody that is not part of your dream team, then you need to like just, block out what they say, because they don't understand your walk and your journey. And that's what I want you to focus on: your journey, your understanding, your walk, and what you do. So that is a beautiful thing when you can do that. It puzzles, like our life is like a puzzle. And when we start fitting things, everything start coming together. You know what I mean? They start coming together in a beautiful way. So think about that and how you, the puzzle, can come together and be whole. Da, 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 da. So that's another thing of being able to walk in dimensions. Meditation, actually movement actually plays a part on your spirituality, meaning the less you move, the more less you can be stagnant. But certain exercises and certain movement can actually help you connect to source, angelic realms, galactic realms, your spiritual, your ancestors. And I know this month I've been harping ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. That's because the Day of the Dead was November 2nd, and we just don't always give honor to them. But in different cultures and different spaces, they honor their elders every single day, and I think that we should follow suit, honor our ancestors every single day, because it's on their backs that we walk. It's on their trials that we learn what we can do, how strong we can be, and some of the things we learn from their mistakes. So that's why I said, be mindful. You might actually be in your warrior spirit. There are some people that are just walking warriors, and they're just like rigid like that. And then there's also people that are healers. There's also people that are just straight mothering, nurturing, and that's all they focus on. Then there's people that are just teachers, and they're teachers that become master teachers. There's a certain realm that you walk and you connect with, and you'll find out when you do maybe past life regressions, that's what you did. But in this life right now, we have to learn to let go of some of the things in our past life so that we can go forward. So there's people that can take you through past life regressions and bring you back. There's also some people that do hypnosis, which is very important. And it's not the one where, people talk about, oh, they can make you do a chicken or make you do something against your will. It's just finding the right person that, again, if any spiritual person you do not feel comfortable with, you do not want to connect with, after talking with them, not being first judgment, because first time we can make assumptions about people until we get to know them, then we'll understand. Their energy will greet you and meet you and make you feel a way. They'll give you like an, or it could be erotic and make you like crazy. And that's the energy that they do. And sometimes, let me tell you something. When I feel like I started opening up spiritually or recognized that it was a spiritual thing, and I was getting involved in my first time that I really started realizing the magi that I was, that I encountered a person that was going to a mesa. And a mesa, for you guys that don't go, is like a tambora, a tambor. Yeah, it's in Yoruba religion, Santeria. You're going to a spiritual house, and there people are getting initiated into a risha, and they're having this. And every time I would walk in a tambora mesa seance, I would get a very bad migraine. And that's because my spirit and certain people's spirit was not meshing. And that's okay. You can, it's that up there, your higher conscious self, that is actually getting, you and them not meshing together. So I stopped going. It was advised I stopped going to mesas and seances because of that. And I started doing my own seance and mesas and stuff like that, that I learned that I could do. I said, well, how do you do this? A friend of mine taught me to sit down, and I was able to see attachments to different people. That's what I mean about getting in your mind and connecting. And you'll be able to decipher what spirit, when you get really, really good, what is not a good spirit, what is a bad spirit, what it feels like, what it knows like. These are things that are very important for somebody to develop. First of all, you got to really know yourself. You really got to really know yourself and what can agitate and what aspires, because some people have attachments and we don't realize we have attachments because you're an open vessel, and sometimes we're getting to know things, and as we're getting to know things that you brought yourself, you're open, that spirit decides to attach to you, so your behavior change. And then there also, we can also talk about walk-ins. That's another whole thing that needs to be discussed, and these are some of the things that we talk about when you're going with classes and doing classes with me, how to recognize that. And you don't actually have to let the walk-in take over, because sometimes it's not necessary, and sometimes the walk-in could not be of a good entity. And I've actually met a lot of walk-ins in my life, but I've met some that were not too pleasing, where they basically had to put up a shield. So you'll know how to do that. You'll be able to recognize as you're going through life. And that's what I love about being a shamanic medicine woman. You heard me? A shamanic medicine woman. And teaching people how to recognize the things that they can do, not only baths and candles, also essential oils and Bach flowers, to actually get rid of some of that emotional targets in their body. And your body actually holds emotion, sadness, anger. What I told you, you remember me saying that anger leads to cancer? That, they said, you're eating, cancer is eating at you. Yes, because anger is eating at you. You have maybe some, like I told you, different ailments. You'll be able to connect. Louise Hayes House had a book out, but Florence Shen did the first book in 1934 about emotions and how they were connected to us physically. So if you want, start reading some books, some materials to get yourself really educated, and know that they're just a guideline. That's not, just because it's in black and white does not mean it's definitive, that's it. Use your mind in what you feel like, what you're feeling as you read that. Does that connect with you? Does that resonate with you? How does that feel? That's very important when we're talking about spirituality. What does not connect with you, does not serve you, you let it go and you move on. Push, 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 bang. That's what you do. You have every right to feel how you feel. Don't let somebody not tell you not to validate your feelings. Don't let somebody validate who you are. Do not give somebody that's giving somebody the power. And no one has the right to have your power on your journey. No one, not even me. No one. The thing is that we're a teacher to help and guide. My job is not to be you and tell you you should do this or that. I believe we are an entity that we can make minds, but also I believe even though you say something that you within yourself have the power and the energy and the connection to change that what is might be in somebody else's reality. That's what they're seeing. But you being that you can change that energy into what you want it to be. And I tell you that because I know. Because according to certain things, this is not supposed to be, but it does. I've seen that happen in my life. I've known things and I'm like, okay, when somebody says something, take what you need and leave the rest alone. What it is, the rest is none of your business. If you don't accept it, okay, I take what I need, I leave the rest alone. Thank you. I appreciate it and move on. Don't let someone block your blessing. And for everything that you think is an issue is a lesson for that blessing. And I'm going to say this to you again. In order for sometimes you to get a blessing, you have to lose some things, meaning it might be person, place, or things for you to get that blessing. And the other thing we do as human, we look at ways for things, we look at ways for how the outcome is going to be instead of just not worrying about how the outcome, we want the outcome, I should say, but we want to see it piece by piece. Don't worry about the outcome. Just know that you're going to get to the end result that you want. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to be in the process. I do have a caller on, so hold on. Okay. Hello, you're on Food Alchemy with Spiritual Connections. How are ya? Okay, hold on for 1 second. I want to make sure you're loud and clear because, okay, now go for it. All right, go for it. I can hear you now. You're a good Verizon commercial. Okay. So what's the deal?
I was interested in what you were speaking in reference walking things that nature. When you get hypnotized and things of that nature, doesn't that leave the possibility of something like that happening?
When you get hypnotized, does that lead? It can and it cannot. The things when you're being hypnotized, if you're doing like a past life regression, because that is you going in your own subconscious mind and someone's doing a guided meditation with you, a guided thing to help you, and they're talking you through with you there step by step. Um, but hypnosis, they're basically supposed to be working on, and you have to supposed to people with morals or people that are value them, what they can do is actually connect with the problem and help them see it through hypnosis, that they normally help them change the behavior that was not helping them, like overeating, smoking. They can do hypnosis and help. But some people, if they're not in the right frame of mind, alternatively, and when someone does that, they can, but no one can take over your mind because your conscience does fight back. But you know what? You gave me something to think about just now because the government tries to do that now. But we will not go there. You know what I mean? That's where they want to go. So I'm being good. I'm being good. I'm on here, so I'm being good. So yes, somebody can do that scrupulously, but most likely, no, no.
And in these days and times, thank you for that. And in these days and times, is it important to talk to yourself, your higher self, or whatever, get that
Most
own individual connection.
yes, yes. Can I get a amen and get a hallelujah or whatever. Ashe, namaste. Yes, it is. It's very important that you talk to your higher conscious self. Even if you don't recognize it, just say good morning, looking in the mirror and talking to yourself. That's a good question. Yes. It is very important that you talk to your higher conscious self. Very, very important because it makes a big difference in your life. Because what you speak to yourself, you speak into existence. And if you give yourself high praises when you're talking to your higher conscious self, it'll come and it'll stick in your conscious mind as well as your subconscious mind.
Now let's add some gratitude to that. Speak the gratitude and reference to that too.
There you go. Always speak gratitude. I'm thankful. So, when I like someone asks me, what does your day consist of and how you get up out of the bed? All depends on whether I slept or not. So I'm gonna be honest. Because sometimes I don't sleep. So the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I do a meditation when I open my eyes. The second thing I do after I do my meditation is that I play a positive mantra. And then I put my feet over the side of my bed. And then I start right away, start thanking my body for each and every part of being able to wake up and function. And then after do that, as I walk, I let them know I walk in gratitude. And then as I, empty out for the day, I get in the shower and I give more thanks as I take my shower, brush my teeth. I'm in meditation and I'm in gratitude and I'm in thankful and I'm giving all the blessings and all the things I can be thankful for as I start my day. That's what keeps me in the morning on um a positive front, if you will. And then after that, I might drink a cup of tea or I might have something to eat or I might not. I might just drink a glass of water. Oh, that's what I forgot. I do drink a glass of water, but I do something to my water before I actually go to sleep. There's a couple things that I do to make sure there's at a good vibration when I wake up. But that's another thing that I do. After I do my meditation, I drink my water and then get up. And it's important. I make sure. But go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's beautiful because I'm starting to realize more and more that these things, like you said, people tend to say if somebody's dropping whatever the case may be, they got out on the wrong side of the bed.
Yep.
How's that possible? Your mindset.
Easy.
So you program your mind to become conscious.
Right. Now, let's take it one step further. How do you go to bed? When you go to bed, do you talk to yourself? You program yourself certain thoughts before you go to bed?
Well, it depends on what's going on with me at that time when I'm trying to get information or whatever the case may be. I might speak to those things. Like for example, trying to figure out a way to do something better, whatever the case may be. I'll try and make that the last thing I say, or I say to myself before I go unconscious.
There you go.
So sometimes I sleep heavy. Again, it depends on what was the last time I mean, sometimes I don't even really know what happened. Meaning, sometimes you can sleep so, or I could sleep so heavy, I might not remember
Right.
uh, my last thoughts, as the case may be. I might not remember my dreams, various things that can take place, but overall, sometimes that answer will come to me, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it depends on when I wake up, but overall, I try to program the theme of my unconsciousness, sometimes anyway.
Okay. Now, what I've done is before I go to bed, I always suggest other people talk the positive thoughts that you can dream about to make that connection. Talk that positive talk. You hear me say talk that positive message or speech or sentence or phrase. I can keep going on and on and on. But when you put that in your mind, when I wake up, I'm going to be refreshed. I'm going to be wonderful. I'm going to feel love. I'm going to have a message or whatever it is. I speak it into existence. So when I lay down, I wake up, every the answers that I seek, I shall find. Just walking in that and saying how you program yourself before you go to sleep is just as important. You know what I mean? So I understand that is very, very important for us to remember what we speak into existence. That there's nothing that don't exist that we can't speak away or not get connected to. That's me. Like I said, I believe that we are, every single one of us are walking gods. And we just forgot the secret of why we're walking gods. And we have certain people that just remind us why we are walking gods. I'm just saying. But that's just my personal opinion. You know, it 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 might be worth a $3 phony dollar bill if you want, or it might be worth $1,000. Who knows? I'm just saying. Just something to think about, you know. So you guys, I've been cutting my show short, really short. We've been in almost for 46 minutes and counting. So thank you, caller, for sharing with us our spiritual connection and experiences. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for being open minded and being part of my audience. Say that again. Okay, hold on. You want a quick reading? Okay, I'm trying to make it so they can hear. Let's see. All right, it's loud and clear. Okay, quick reading. All right, what do you want me to focus on? Anything particular?
No.
Any messages? I can tell you one thing right now, just by speaking of you. I bet you're not, but you know, we'll say. I know that your ancestors and your guys are very proud of you at this present point. They like what's going on in your life, but also I see, like I said, you're going to make some more connections and the things that you seek financially, that 2021 is going to be beautiful for you. And you're going to come up in finances. You're leaving 2020, and 2021 is going to be a good year for you to come up financially. But also, I see, there's some fight at a certain aspect in your life that we'll talk about. You know what I mean? Don't want to put too much on the radio, if you know what I mean. So I'm dialing it back. So I was like, I don't want to put you on Front Street like that. But okay. So
We pause for intermission. We pause for intermission.
okay. So yeah, you got everything. Like I said, I see 2021 is your year. 2021, I see someone actually being there and that you're going to be able to work with in 2021. I also see, like I said, you're going to have a big change in financially. It's going up, not down. In 2021, different relationships in your life are going to change. Some people are just going to fall away, and some people are not. Can you deal with that?
I can dig it.
You can take it. So I just thought I'd let you know.
Thank
Oh,
you, thank you, thank
you welcome, love.
you.
Okay, everybody. I am going to play my closing song from BTR. And I'm saying either it's not nighttime, but it's nighttime for some people. It's evening time for some people. So I think maybe this might be a good time. We're still trying to figure this all out for everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my good night song. So
Welcome to Food Alchemy Network and you taking the time to relax with us. I want to wish you a blazing, blissful, wonderful time of return. I want to show you my appreciation from my heart for you taking the time out of your day and keeping me company on this rain of knowledge of to the other galactic, to the other side of the universe. Thank you for being part of Food Alchemy Network. Food Alchemy Network, thank you. And the guests, I thank you for allowing me to sit in the seat and accompany you and share your source of information and giving it your most highest, supreme understanding, understanding, overstanding, and all of that above. So thank you, my illustrious guest. Food Alchemy would not be anything without you, my audience. Stay tuned, come back, and we hope to show you a rocking good time on Food Alchemy Network. If you choose or you think you know something or know someone that would be perfect for Food Alchemy Network, thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
all right, my illustrious friends, it's been a wonderful Friday. Thank you for connecting with me. I hope to see you next Friday or tomorrow and the other way. So it's been real. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend and have a wonderful night. I'm out of here.